Thank you. Sorry, I don't want to spill your stuff. Yeah, battery life is real minimal, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying, huh?
Don't push super fast.
Okay, go slow.
Yep.
Like that.
Yep. I think it went way up there.
Okay, you can clamp it if you want. Thank you. It's your green cap and you're free. Your dressing still feel okay under there? Doesn't feel like it's coming up at all?
No.
All right. Well, how long when you get back from dinner? We'll get your food and we'll get your sugar, okay?
Okay.
All right. See you in a few.
Can you see me now? Whoever's watching. Trying to see where you can see my face, but trying to keep my on too. So, like I was saying, we came in Monday, had the COVID test. Part of the regulations nowadays. It came back yesterday, and it came back negative. Both of us, Aaron and I. Aaron's next door. That's what the motion was earlier. Aaron's next door in room 16, right in front of me. I'm in 15. We're not on our normal unit. We are on the pediatric unit on 4th floor at University of Kansas Hospital in Kansas City, Kansas. Because our normal unit 15 that we're normally on, was turned into a COVID unit, which we don't get to see our normal nurses. They probably don't even know we're here, except for one. Her name's Kayla, because she's a nurse coordinator or a patient coordinator. She knows we're here because the person that called me yesterday, I believe, told her that we were here. I'm sure Anne's told her. But I'm just in here for my blood sugars going high or low. Too high, too low. Can't get them right in the middle. Aaron is in here because he had fevers a couple of weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago now. He had him back in September as well. He was in here for the same thing. I haven't been in since November 2019. November 21st, 2019 is when we got out of the hospital. We have been out, because Aaron's not counting that last time either. He was in September because it wasn't for long, just like this time. We have been out for a whole year. And as of, excuse me a second. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning. It's time for a tune-up. And especially since this new wave of this COVID's coming. So we came in Monday, 28th, and we'll be going home, if not earlier, about January 11th. So we're going to have New Year's here. We'll spend New Year's in here, which is in a few days. That's the first for both of us that we're aware of. We've spent Christmas in here. We've spent 2 birthdays 2 years in a row. Last year, year before, 18 and 19 birthdays, 26th or 25th, 26th birthday in here. We actually got to have our 27th birthday out of the hospital. And it's due to the new medication we are on called Trikafta, which I have another YouTube channel for it as well. I need to do an update on that in a couple of days. That we have been able to stay out of the hospital. But this time, unfortunately, we're going to have to spend New Year's. They wanted us being here before Christmas, but it's too close to Christmas, and so that's good. Then we go. I don't know why I'm tired. We gotta spend Christmas at home, but we gotta spend New Year's here, which is fine. I mean, no big deal. First time for everything. We can see how the hospital celebrates New Year's. It'll be first for us for sure. Not our normal floor. We can't celebrate with our normal nurses that we have. We are allowed one visitor, and he's coming after New Year's. It's an old football coach, Rob Townsend. He always comes up here but sees us every time we're in. Um, I don't know if you're the one watching there. If it's not you and someone else, I was got off the phone with a friend. She also has CF comes up here. Her name's Trish Durbin. Her brother was up here 3 weeks ago. In this very room, actually, I found out this the room her brother was in, which is really cool to me because I know him. I have met him, but I was telling my notes about the TriCapture and everybody that qualified for it. Me, my brother, and the two friends that I just mentioned. And I said his name was Josh. He's actually here a few weeks ago. I saw him. My mom saw on Facebook. She goes, "Yeah, I remember him. Actually, this was his room." I was like, "Really? Well, that's cool." So this very room, my friend Josh Derman, was in this room. He's probably the last person that was in this room. So that's really cool that I ended up with his room. We got 360s in every room. Well, 360 or a Wii. Me and my brother both have 360s over here on the wall. Well, mounted to a shelf, hooked up to the TV. I can play anytime I want. I have the Xbox controller right here. Right now I got a game in it, but I haven't played it since yesterday. I got, I believe it's NASCAR 14 in it. They have some games here that I can play as well. One I tried was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It wasn't that interesting to me. I thought you could do like a free roam thing. That would have been more fun for me. But it wasn't. I got two war games here. 3 war games. Aaron has the other war game and another game. But yeah, it's been quite different for sure. Being on a different floor, new nurses to meet every day. I actually had 2 nurses today because my initial nurse went home early. Not too early, about 4 or so. She went home, or about 2, I think. So I had a secondary nurse, and then here in an hour, it's 6:17 right now. Here at 7 o'clock, I'll get my night shift nurse. But I'm getting ready to go and eat dinner. Go get dinner, which is chicken wings from a different part of the hospital, way across the way called Cambridge. It'd be to my south or north. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, north. Basically behind me. I gotta walk across the bridge that walks over 39th Street to get to it. I might record it on my phone. I might go live on my phone. I'll probably go live on my Twitch channel. So if you want to watch me walk to the place I go eat, going to go eat, check out my Twitch channel, drsummers_20. That's through my phone. I have another channel, drsummers18. That's hooked up to my Xbox at home when I do my roleplay server or play any games on my Xbox One, for that matter. If you want to check out my other channel on YouTube, for my medication called Trikafta. It's called My Trikafta Journey. Journey is Jurny. I spelled it different for a reason. I got that idea from the movie 5 Feet Apart. The girl in there also, it's a movie about fibrosis. The girl in there documented or did her own vlog of everything she does for CF treatment, pills, whatever. I learned a few things from that, including the idea of vlogging, or in my case, YouTube streaming my updates on how the Trikafta is helping me. And it's helped in a big way. Like I said, it kept me out of the hospital for a whole year. It kept Aaron out of the hospital for a whole year. If it wasn't for that, he or neither one of us probably be here. Because, like I was telling Trish, 2 years ago, they said Aaron was not supposed to make last year's Christmas. I just saw someone pop up, my friend, another streamer I watch. But here we are. We made birthday, we made Christmas, we're making New Year. And this track have to feel, for me anyway, it feels like it is a huge shield against the coronavirus. For me, that's what it feels like. I know it's not. I know we can still get it. But as long as we do what the CDC say, 6 feet apart from people, wear a mask, which I have in my pocket, and anytime we go in, we wear a mask. Obviously, this works if we don't have it. Now, the only time I don't wear my mask is at church when I'm singing. Just because we're doing worship, parking lot worship, as you've seen in my streams, if you've watched them. The only time I take off my mask is to sing. When we're either between songs and the preacher's, just talking or doing lists of prayers and stuff, I put my mask right back over my nose. When we get ready to sing, I take it down, sing, and put it right back over my nose. Walk to the car. Once I'm in the car, only once I'm in the car, do I take my mask off. I wear it in Walmart. I wear it in grocery stores, gas stations. Of course, we always have to wear a mask here when we go, even before this coronavirus started. But the one thing I like about the coronavirus, in a way, is we don't have to wear the hospital paper mask. I hate them damn things. I have my own mask I can wear, and I do. And it's from United Healthcare, which is my insurance company I'm with for my medication and stuff like that. I'm trying to get out of my pocket here. So here it is. It says, I don't know if you can see United Healthcare on it. Got my own mask I don't have to wear the paper mask that the nurses do. So, let me know who you are that just popped on. I see 2 people watching. So yeah, my pulmonary function test, if you've known me for a while, I've talked about them before. Basically, how well my lungs are working. Usually when I come in, they are down in the mid-20s, 28, 29 range. First time I did was yesterday. Usually when I do it the first time, they're down in the mid-20s when I come in for a lung issue or, pneumonia or something. This is why I'm convinced I don't have pneumonia. Will not show anything. Is when I did them yesterday, the first time I've been here, 38%. 38% of my lungs are working correctly without uh, pneumonia and stuff like that. That's good for a start for me. When I leave here, I expect them to be somewhere in the 40s again. 42, 43, somewhere in there. When I usually start low, I end up out when we get out with a 42% range of lung capacity. I mean, again, 42% of my lungs are working, or I believe I've been to 45 before as well. I expect with me starting at 38, they'll get to 45 or 46. I just gotta work hard on making that happen. By not missing a treatment, I do 4 treatments a day here in the hospital: 11 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 8 at night, and midnight. I'm 2 hours away right now from my 8 o'clock treatment. I have this thing. If I can turn my table, you might be able to see it. And it's gonna be very hard for you guys to see it though. Oh, I got to tilt it down. So that black thing, right? Yeah, right there. It's called a percussor. With in the hospital, I do that. At home, I do a vest. Which I don't do a vest here is, again, I'll probably tilt my computer down. And you probably saw my nurse unhooking from something. I have what's called a port. Well, you can see there's a needle that goes in there. I do not do the vest because of that needle. I have done that before. And my port has done what's called infiltrate. Meaning it brought the needle out a little bit when I was getting fluids or antibiotic. Basically, it's just under the skin. The needle was barely. And all the fluid was going on top of the port, which made this whole area swell up, even with the port. I don't know if you can tell at this angle I'm at, but you can kind of see the shape of the port. It's a round spot right there. You can kind of see it. Well, if my port infiltrates, all the skin from here right around the edge swells up like a balloon. Meaning it's not all the way it's out of the port, but under the skin, and that hole fills with fluid, fills up like a balloon. That sucks. You don't feel it, but that sucks because they have to de-access, which means take the needle out, wait till that swelling goes down. Well, they can't just wait on an antibiotic. If it comes time for an antibiotic, they have to stick me with an IV. I hate IVs because they blow on me. I've been stuck 5 times because of IV blew while my port was infiltrated. And then once they deem it's safe and the swelling goes down, they can stick me, put the port needle back in, and then use it again. I've had other issues with my port. I can't remember what they called it, but it wouldn't flush and wouldn't draw back at all. Like, nurses couldn't flush at all. And it wouldn't draw blood back. Well, what happened was, somehow I've had done 3 times. If you know what PICC line is, I bet you what the port is, but under the skin. The line for the port is literally going into my trying to think here. Yeah. The main blood vessel you have in your neck, right near the collarbone. I can't think of what it is right now. But it goes going into my heart. Well, what happened was the end of it, which is over here, supports over here, it goes up like that. If you look on an X-ray, end of it kinked like the end of a cord, or like a. I tell you, but cord I was gonna use. Okay, so let's say this. I don't know if you can see it good. Was kinked like that. So to fix that in the port, they had to go through a leg muscle down by my man area. I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I mean. And use a long fish hook to unkink it from inside. Well, that main vein down there in the crotch area. Once I did that, I could not move my legs for I believe it was 8 hours. Because that's one of your main arteries, and that sucks bad. I couldn't stretch. I couldn't move. I've had it done 3 times, and it was not fun. In a way, it was, but in a way, it was not. I could not move. I couldn't do nothing. I had to keep my legs straight. Or once I got back in my room comfortable, and once I got comfortable, I got my leg comfortable slowly. I'd stay like that for 8 hours. I couldn't move. It's hard not to move that leg. I can move the other leg. I just couldn't move my, I believe it was left leg. If I need some food in them 8 hours, someone have to go down and get it for me, or I could call room service. But most of the time we like to eat downstairs. I don't know what they had. They had something pork chops today. But it's too late to order room service now because it's 6:30. It sucks. I was gonna order my angel food cake, but that's where I'm gonna go over to the other hospital once I get off here. And like I said, I'll stream it on my Twitch if I can keep the Wi-Fi signal. But so yeah, if yeah, that's basically what it's like meeting in a hospital. I'm used to it, but it's different this time because I'm not on my normal floor. But I get meet new nurses, new doctors, well, different doctors. James Hart, how you doing? I see a post you put the other day. Were you able to be home for Christmas? That's good. What about New Year's? I'll be here for New Year. We just came in Monday. We were able to be home for Christmas as well. Our dad was too, and he's a truck driver like you. He's long haul. He's actually probably in California right now. He left out Monday like we did. Nope, on the road. Well, make the best of it that you can. Our dad's gonna be on the road for New Year's as well. Probably on his way back or to a different load. He's out in California right now. I think he delivered at 8 o'clock this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Um. Oh, yeah, the Flagstaff. Okay, cool. Yeah, our dad is in Bakersfield. Or he was sometime today. Is when he delivered. Um. Uh, I've I've said it many times on my streams. Uh, not just because my dad's a truck driver as well, but uh, we thank you for your sacrifice that you're doing, keeping this country running. I would say even if my dad wasn't a trucker, I've always liked truckers. I know they bring a lot to the country. With I used to watch a show called Truckers or Mega Trucker, and his name is John uh something. I can't remember the host of it. Um, but he said, try to imagine this world without truckers. Guess what? You can't, because they bring everything to you. They bring your food, your clothing, your furniture, and you guys do. Even if you're not a food or essential as far as food and stuff, but you're still essential because you do rock. Um, and rock builds buildings, gravel for roads. So even though you may not do food and stuff like that, like my dad does, you're still essential to me, James, because you're making helping make more roads and buildings. Um, I just hope you stopped right now. By the way, rest area, and not watch me while you drive. Um, dog food, nice. I hope you stopped at rest area, not watch me while you drive. Because technically, you'd be texting and driving. So I assume you're stopped at rest area for your uh. Okay, good. Assume you're on your break, or you stopped for the night. It's what, 7 o'clock? Yeah, 7 out there. It's up for 9. Okay. So where are you at right now? Are you in Arizona or Mexico? Cool. I don't know if our dad's on the way back or what, but I know he's supposed to be in California today. Delivered sometime either today or tonight. He left out Monday at 8 o'clock. Head towards Bakersfield, which he goes to quite a bit. He works for Conley Trucking of Indiana. I've been on his truck before. I've been to his shop before. Oh, you watched that too, huh? Yeah, I know, because I have Pat on Facebook. I watched it. Yeah, I have Pat on Facebook Messenger. I messaged him to give the shout out, actually. I just actually talked to him last night. He said he's looking to go live on New Year's Eve. So you won the backseaters too. That's cool. Our dad got us watching it. our dad Clarence, our biological dad. Because we used to watch Live PD and all that, but they took all that off because the. Oh, I usually watch. Oh, yeah, understandable because you're trucking, but I watch it live all the time if I can catch it if I'm not doing nothing. They were. They had just started the other night when he mentioned it, because they stopped at that lady's house and their shirt said "I'm a backseater." I was like, I messaged Pat, said I'm a backseater too from Missouri. That's cool that you watch it. Also, I always watch them live though. Uh, he mentioned it. I seen it on Facebook or Instagram. BJ McLeod Motorsports, which I found out is going to be Matt Tift and BJ McLeod splitting it. Him and Curtis both. So I don't know if it's a 2-car team or 1 car, and just like they did for Go Fast. Both him and Curtis. And actually, Aaron just told me that Ron was live, heading back to North Carolina from Daytona. Um, I'm excited to see the truck racing this year because Haley Deegan. I've followed her career because I followed their YouTube channel for quite a while. I followed her career. I'm glad to see she's in the trucks full time. In fact, Brent Fletcher, from Cameron's channel, is going to be part of her part of her team this year. He's going to be working with them this year with Haley Deegan's team. He might be on her too. I don't know, but yeah, and I saw it pop up as soon as I started this one over. Cause I did one at first, but my mic wasn't working. I think I saw his no, yeah, right there. Yeah, he's heading back to North Carolina from Daytona. Yeah, Brent Fletcher's going to be part of Haley Deegan's team. I did too, and I think because me knowing her career and where she started in off-road trucks, like her dad still does, I think her uh, first win, if not Daytona, is going to be on either Knoxville, Dirt, or Bristol. Or even Eldora if they're not doing Eldora, they're doing Knoxville. It's definitely gonna be either Daytona, Talladega, or a dirt track. Because her first win, ARCA series or Canadian series at the time, was on a dirt track in Vegas. So, and with her dirt background and it being a truck, I expect her first one to come on dirt. If not Daytona. She was so close last year on Daytona. She didn't do too good in Talladega that last year though, 'cause she got left out in the how did she got hung to dry at Talladega last year. But I can't wait to see her race in person. Or even meet her in person. I I used to, if it's, I don't know if it still is, but she actually contacted me on Instagram, or I contacted her on Instagram, talked for a while, and then she actually gave me her cell phone number. I don't know if it still is the same one or not, but we talked for a good while. She texts me almost every night, see how I was doing. I haven't heard from her in a while though, so I don't know if it's still her number or not. But yeah, that was really cool for her to actually talk to me almost every other night or so. Say, how are you doing? Or good morning, or we talking on our NASCAR 14 game that we have for our 360. You know how you can edit a car and make your own car. If you ever had NASCAR 14, I actually made. I don't know if I still have it or not. Um, I actually made a car look like her car. On the number 4, I did the monster the best I could, but even to go far as the shapes that you can do or stickers to make, I edited one of the chevron sticker. Looks like a wide V. I skinny did it up and went the hassle of making the teeth on her on the grill like she had. I don't know if I still have the picture or not. If I did, it'd be in her Instagram. I believe it was this one. Messages. If I can find it real quick here. That's not it. Let's show the other one. Actually, had a couple of them. Oh, wait. I can't get it now. Wait. Nope. I thought I could find it. Basically, I tried to create that car right there with my car that I had on the game with the teeth and everything. And that picture I showed you was from a dirt race she did in Illinois, I believe. Illinois Fairgrounds, the last race of the year there. Or before, that was before Kansas, actually. And she came in second to a guy that runs there weekly. Basically every weekend, that the guy that won races there. So if it wasn't for him being there, she probably would have won that race. But her challenges are going to be the road courses. Canada, Circuit of the Americas, Road Atlanta, and Road America. I think them are going to be her challenges for this year because she's never done a road course race. Never had to shift up and down that I can think of. Well, besides in her truck days, her off-road truck, but it's way different. No jumps. So that's, I think, it's going to be her biggest challenge this year. I'm excited to see how she's going to take on that challenge. So I'm really excited to see her this year in the truck series full time. And I'd say as fast as she went to the trucks from K&N a couple of years ago, actually, I predict her to do good and be Xfinity 2022 and then to the Cup Series by 2024. That's my prediction on her career being in the Cup Series by 2024. And I hope she does better. A lot of people, I see on Facebook all the time with her pictures side by side, Kyle Busch's. And a lot of people say, who wants to see her kick Kyle Busch's ass? I'm one of them. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm curious to see how Cup Series are going to do there too. But her in the Truck Series. And I hope she gets treated better than Danica Patrick did. No hate to Danica. She did good, but she came from open wheel cars. Tony Stewart did too, but she's the only female at the time in Cup Series, and she got treated like crap. Hate to say it, but she did. They said, well, she can't drive and she needs to learn this and that. I hope Haley gets treated better than Danica when she gets up to Cup Series and through the Xfinity Series as well. Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying there. Then another truck racer that I follow is Natalie Decker. She's done good this year, if I'm not mistaken. She had a couple good finishes. I know she missed a lot of races this year too, or this past year. She has some kind of underlying health issue she goes to the hospital for every once in a while. She posted it on her Instagram as well. This one she's supposed to be at Pocono. I think like 2017 or something like that. I was going through her Instagram videos. And she's supposed to be at a Pocono race. But she missed it because she was in the hospital somewhere else. And she had to watch that race on TV. It's probably weird watching someone drive your own vehicle. I know Kyle Busch felt the same way after his wreck. But one good thing for this year about the COVID, when they had to shut down, that gave Ryan Newman time to heal, and he was able to get back in the car when everybody else did. And wow, that was a massive wreck. We thought Austin Dillon's wreck looked worse. But then once I saw a slow motion of where Corey hit Newman, I could see why he got hurt. But for 3 days, big wreck like that, 3 days later, walking out of the hospital, that's amazing. And glad Corey wasn't hurt. Because that was a hard impact. I saw from they didn't show it on TV, but I saw from someone's point of view in the stands that Corey got out of his car and knelt down on his 2 knees trying to catch his breath. He definitely lost his breath out of that. Glad Corey wasn't hurt. I knew it was Corey instantly because I knew his paint scheme. Not at first. When they showed the replay, I knew it was Corey. The original wreck when it happened, so much dust and oil and all that, you couldn't tell what car hit him. And I was like, well, I hope my instant reaction was, I hope that wasn't Corey that hit him. Because he's going for a good finish. He ended up finishing credited with 6th, I believe, or 5th. Crossing the line as that happened. But I'm glad. If that was Corey in Newman's position, that would have been Corey instead of Newman, and probably Newman hitting Corey. I think that, as well as Austin Dillon's wreck, I watched the replay of it multiple times on YouTube. And if Jeff Gordon was driving at the time, if Jeff Gordon and Austin Dillon in positions, There have been Gordon in defense, not Dylan, no matter how it ended up. Because basically one position made the difference of it being Dylan and not Gordon. And Gordon's been on his. I think that was Gordon's last year that happened too. But I'm excited for this year for everybody. Yeah, it sucks for Corey going. Well, I think is a downgrade from what he did, but at the same time, they said Corey's helped every team he's been with. Not yet. You saw when he went from TriStar or whatever it was, the shut that was across from moving in the 72. He made that team better. He made Go Fast better from where they were when he first started. I think he'll do the same thing with whoever he's with. He'll make that team better. I'm glad Ron and Curtis still have a job as well. I'm just waiting for. I think it's 42 days till 500. 2 days, so it'd be like 40 days before the truck race. So I'm excited to see the truck race and every other race. But yeah. Yeah, I agree. It seemed like he stepped downward instead of up to a bigger team. I'm hoping he gets the opportunity one day to take over a big team or drive for a big team like a Jack Roush or something. A lot of people want including myself, want Carl Edwards back. I like his personality. I love the way he played with the cameras. He always played with the camera. He'd either ride on him or shake him or. I've never met him. Him and Marcus Ambrose, if you remember him, are two drivers I never met. Everybody else I have. I said something else. What was it? I forgot. A lot of people might not remember this driver. He made a one-time truck debut, or cup, excuse me. It was Talladega 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, Clint Boyer. That's something else. Going into the booth. I like his personality. He's from here in Kansas. He has that. You can definitely tell he's country, a farmer, and all that. Him and Carl Edwards' personality almost mirror image. They both like to play with cameras. It seems like so. I heard Kyle Larson might be coming back as well. Yeah, he's actually is coming back, driving number 5 for Hendrick Motorsports. So he's going up in the ranks. And I forget what I was going to say now. What was I going to say? Oh, that's what. Yeah, I just thought about it. I met this driver 2017. If you're here a little bit ago, I mentioned about my collapsed lungs in 2015-17. I was getting ready to get out. It's October 11th or so. 2 days from a Kansas race, which was the 13th. I had been in the week leading up with my collapsed left lung actually, and I was just got my chest tubes out that same day, and my nurse on my other floor downstairs, um, secretary, excuse me, said that there's a NASCAR driver here. Don't know what his name is or what team he drives for, but we have a poster as Clint Boyer or I don't know, Chase Daly or something. Oh, Chase Daly wasn't there yet, but it was an Xfinity driver at the time. Nationwide Series is what it was called. It happened to be Ryan Reed, driver of the number 16 Lilly Diabetes car. Was here at this hospital. As the day before a nationwide practice or Xfinity practice. So they give me the poster. I said, "Oh, I know exactly who that is. That's Ryan Reed, Xfinity car for Jack Roush. He's diabetic, and he still races." And so that same day, I got my chest tubes out, and I got to meet Ryan Reed. I have the picture on my phone somewhere. Now, I can probably way back in my YouTube videos, probably is where I have it. Because I did record it. And so I got to meet Ryan Reed. And then on, he's one of my favorite drivers in the Xfinity Series, and I couldn't wait to get him the cup. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to him. He's not driving anymore. I haven't heard anything from him or anything about him. I used to have his Facebook or Instagram. No, it's Twitter or something. I haven't heard much from him in a while, so I don't know what he's doing or where he's at. I would definitely like to find out what he's doing nowadays. But he got a test shot, I guess, or a interview shot, if you will, at a cup ride at Talladega, number 99, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. He finished one day cup debut. Really good for a first time cup driver. One time. Test, I guess it was to see how he would handle that series or something, but I'm surprised that Lilly Diabetes don't have sponsorship. But I learned a lot about him, about his team. And he did his speaking, and then he asked questions, or answered questions rather. And someone asked him, with you being diabetic, and you're in a race, what do you do if you have a high blood sugar? Because he told us that, everybody has all these gauges and stuff to read while they're driving. Well, he has one extra, and that's a blood sugar meter or dial on his dash. And they've actually showed it a couple weeks after I met him. I did a documentary on him or something. And so I have this other meter on the dash that tells me my blood sugar is constantly. And he said, I've never had to do it yet. At the time, I don't think he ever did. But he said, I have one extra pit member specialized to give me a shot if needed. Well, if you ever see him walking with his fire suit on, that's what that target was on the inside of his left thigh on his fire suit. That target was so that pit member, if needed to, could reach in the car with a pin, insulin pin, and hit that middle of that target on his fire suit and give him that shot of insulin if he ended up with a high blood sugar. I never knew what that target was for. I thought it was just, misplaced in one spot or something. But that was neat to hear that. But that was interesting to know, and I think they mentioned on the documentary. So, and then a few years later, 2017, same year, was when we got to go down to Texas for a race, and that's the last time I saw him. Was at Texas. No, I saw him at Texas, and then later that year in October, that's when I had my cold pass. And when I saw him in Texas, because I had a VIP pass, we went like we do at Kansas. Went to the driver meeting tent. I saw him walking out. I said, "Hey, Ryan Reed, you remember me from Kansas City? I had a collapsed my lung that same day you came." He goes, "Yeah, I do remember you. You had a collapsed lung, right? You had just got your chest tube out when I came." That was so awesome that he remembered me. And then I asked him again because I had forgot I asked him already in Texas. He goes, "Yeah, didn't you just weren't you just down at Texas back in August?" You told me the same thing. I was like, "Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?" That lit up both my days right there. That he remembered me 2 years later, or a few months later. It might have been a year later, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. That was so cool that he remembered me. He remembered why I was in the hospital that day. And I got out that same day. A day later, day earlier. Day after, sorry. But yeah, that was so awesome to hear that he remembered me. That made my day. And Mom was with me with that cold pass at Kansas. And she goes, "Is that the one you met at the hospital? When you had collapsed lung?" I was like, "Yeah. He's the one with diabetes. He drives number 16, low diabetes for Jack Roush." As he's walking, I said, "You see that target on his leg? That's where they give his insulin if he needs to." She goes, "Well, that's cool." So yeah, that made my day both times that he remembered me, remembered why I was in there. I've been going for almost an hour now, actually. So thanks for coming, James. Be safe. Keep the shiny side up, as all truckers say. Again, thanks for what you do and your sacrifice you're doing. And look forward to see you hopefully next year, maybe, or this year. Catch up with you at Kansas or something. Yeah, I'm actually getting ready to get off myself. I'm getting ready to go eat dinner before my treatment comes. So, have a good night. Be safe out there. Keep the shiny side up. Yeah, definitely. Same here. So maybe we'll catch each other in May or something. I sure will.
I'm leaving. Have a good night. Heather will be back with you, okay? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
So, but yeah, I'm getting ready to end it here. I can get something to eat before my treatment comes in an hour. So, thanks for coming and watching. Whoever the second person is, but not Say nothing. Thanks for coming and watching. I wish you would have chatted though. But I'm gonna end this one tonight. I might throw up a game stream later. I don't know. Depends. On what's on TV and stuff. Actually, I got shows to put on, possibly. So I'm gonna end this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll do another one here in a couple of days, if not tomorrow. See ya. If you can see that, yeah, there you go.